Captain, could I have a moment of your time? If I still believed in the grand plan, a revelation like this would have seriously shaken my faith. Knowing you, I can only assume you have already begun formulating a plan to deal with this. So tell me, what are we going to do? I feel compelled to remind you that none of us are an island. We exist in relation to all that is around us. In short, we're stuck here. If this colony dies, we die with it. Anything you'd like to discuss? I wouldn't say my parents disowned me, strictly speaking. But before they died, they accused me of thoughtlessly abandoning them. I couldn't understand it. I was only trying to make them proud by becoming a better vessel for the plan, to feel the joy they felt. I was so certain my potential was wasted as a laborer, and was willing to risk everything just to prove to them that they were wrong. I was lost, misguided.
Apologies for the wait. I was arranging my stationery.
Battery levels are...
If you'd like to make an appointment, please request an application.
That's the last of them.
Finally. Is it just me, or are we getting more and more retirees lately?
Not just you. Felt like a damn factory worker these last few months. Oh well. Nothing a few drinks won't cure. Come on, let's go hit up Bijou's.
Can't. They're closed. Someone saw a sprat in there.
Bijou's too? Damn. What's this city coming to?
Welcome to the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Early Retirement Center. You, the lucky few, have been selected to spend the rest of your days living the highlight in your own private district in Byzantium. When you arrive, you'll be whisked away to your very own luxury penthouse, furnished exclusively by 24/7. Some assembly required. 24/7 Furniture is not responsible for any injury, psychological damage, or divorce litigations that occur during the assembly process.
Don't forget to properly dispose of all corpses in a board-regulated safe compaction container.
Processing data. Security patrol initiated.
I've had quite enough of you!
Security mode activated.
Here's a little trick I learned in prison!
Object is tuned to be specialist.
Not a marvel at the things humans can bring to life, all for the sake of destruction.
Feel good, feel fresh, feel clean.
Oh. For the good old days when you could simply... ask a menial for refreshment.
I wonder where I picked up this stain.
Wash mode on.
No, wait! Let's please not have a repeat of that last fiasco, Sam. Please point that hose elsewhere.
Radiating off. I must admit, I'm getting a certain thrill out of our little arrangement. If this goes well, perhaps I'll start hiring wandering delinquents to handle all of my affairs. It is going well, I hope. I knew it. I just knew it. What a disaster. Did you get a good look around? What was it like? Truly? Why, that's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. I can't believe they kept this from us. From me. The nerve. The audacity. Here, take your payment. I have to fetch my things. I don't care what I have to do. They'll give me luxury or give me death.
If it's meant to be, it'll happen.
This is it. I'm finally going to get the life I deserve.
If you see any sprats loose up here, definitely...
If you see any sprats loose up here, definitely don't touch them.
Rumor has it someone's pulling doubles until the retirement district is repaired.
Sorry, I shouldn't talk. Not without signing a waiver.
I think I'm gonna start taking my lunches out in the city. That air is still in the cafeteria.
That scientist? The one who's been pounding the clerks? Ooh, gives me the shudders. That's not fast.
All right. Heading back.
Hey, did Tillman get transferred or something?
That's right. You weren't here when it happened. Some UDL officers took him in.
So what if those MSI suits beat it up on us?
So UDL's in terror.
Not so fast. The Ministry of Accuracy and Morale is off limits to everyone without X-36 level clearance.
What level clearance? You're just making up words.
Basically, if you don't work here, or for Chairman Rockwell himself, you're not getting in. I don't know how you got that, but I still don't know you, and I don't have any new clearances on the list. What? Oh no. You must be from Chairman Rockwell's office. I'm so sorry. No one told me you were coming. Please, go on through. And let's forget this misunderstanding, huh?
Nothing exciting ever happens around here.
Move along.
Sure.
I'll be right there.
I hear about you ordering more tests performed with sample 4157? That's actually spectacular. Soldier?
No visitors allowed, citizen. I'm gonna need to see some identification. Sure. I've heard that one before. Law save us. Makes you wonder what kind of things the lab coats around here get to forgetting. Just don't let me catch you again without your ID, okay?
What's this I hear about you ordering more tests performed with sample 4157? Keep your eyes out for dissidents.
No visitors allowed, citizen.
Yeah, boss?
Something on your mind?
So then you have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
No one ever looks quite the same in person as they do in my reports. And my reports of you have been exceptionally thorough. You've had quite a career. I think you're being modest. I've been keeping up with you ever since Emerald Vale. Now that was an interesting piece of work. A rundown backwater, barely worth the ink on a map. Until you showed up. You walked through Edgewater and in your wake transformed it from a loyal company town to a haven for dissidents. I'm actually a little impressed. All this happened because some mysterious stranger fell out of the sky. Frankly, I'm amazed you've managed to get as far as you have without accidentally eating something poisonous. You should be back on the Hope, frozen in a hibernation chamber. Yet here you are, flying about in a stolen ship, leaving a trail of paperwork in your wake. The board doesn't know what to make of you. But I do. I've seen your potential. There's so much we can do for this colony. We raised security on the Hope after Wells broke in. As for discovering the identity of the missing colonist, all we had to do was scan the passenger manifest. Then let me help you make up your mind. You have something I want. I'd like to negotiate. There's exactly one vessel in all of Byzantium that looks like it dropped out of an Aetherwave drama. Phineas Wells is wanted by the board. I want to convince you to turn him in to us. He has a litany of charges against him. Vandalism, illegal experimentation, sedition. I could go on. Wells is a dangerous madman. His plan is going to endanger everyone in Halcyon. He's an obsessive psychopath. And he's using you. You're in contact with Wells. I want you to send us a tracing signal from his communication terminal. Wells was our mistake. We failed to apprehend him for years. I'm asking you to help me correct that mistake. I'm sending you my access code. Contact me from Wells's terminal. When you're done, come speak to me in my office.
Adjutant Akande's call has been terminated. Will there be anything else, Captain? If you don't mind my saying, Captain, Minister Clark is lucky to have you on his side.
I could probably spend years fixing this boat, stem to stern.
Yes, you caught me ruminating again. What's...
Hey, boss, I want to talk to you. If we wanted the board's attention, we got options. Piracy, vandalism, maybe some light arson. We want to put some fear in the board, right? Get them scared of us. Board don't know the meaning of the word respect. The only language they understand is exploitation. You just got an audience with Sophia Conde. That's the adjutant to the chairman? You sure we should be trusting her? Working for the board always costs more than it pays. No job's worth your principles. Oh boy, principles. You know, they're a thing you don't have if you're a jackass. I know we're freelancers and all, we take work where we can find it, but we gotta be vigilant, you know? This is how the board gets you. A job here, an errand there, before you know it, you're calling them sir and ma'am. I appreciate your time. Let's get back to it.
Hey, Cap.
Something on your mind?
You think I could hire myself out to ships in need someday? Be my own mechanic, like how Ellie's her own doctor? I wonder sometimes.
Scanning for C.
We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors? Welcome back, Captain. How can I be? What part of the outlaw scientist now even... Goodbye.
myself busy in your absence, optimized my formula. I'm now confident I can revive the remaining colonists. All I need now is the dimethyl sulfoxide. I'll take as much as you can give me. What? Oh, yes, well, that's obvious. Anyone with 2 working labs can see this colony's slouching toward oblivion. Why do you think we've been doing all this? I revived you to help me save Halcyon from annihilation. Freeze all the workers? Why? So a gang of powdered toffs can carry on living in Byzantium? You call that a plan? I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse, but I never imagined we were already there. The board made this crisis, and now they want to solve it by freezing the rest of us? That's not a plan. That's a goddamn escape clause. That makes two things we don't have: time and chemicals to revive the other settlers. None of this was supposed to happen. I was supposed to revive the Hope's colonists. We were supposed to have enough time to solve the problem before we all starved. Human test subjects? Oh, that's grotesque. That's unthinkable. That's exactly what I'd expect out of the board. Damn, that's not enough. Not nearly enough for the whole ship. I could revive a handful of settlers. Maybe, possibly, damn. We're out of time. We're out of chemicals. We may very well be out of options. If the board has their way, we're all going to be spending the rest of our lives frozen in stasis. Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them all. Toss them out into space, just to make room in their hibernation chambers. No, it wasn't. We have... Well, let's see. We have at least some of the chemicals. We have your ship, and we have you. That has to count for something. Do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope? Scientists, engineers, artists. The brightest minds Earth ever sent us, uncorrupted by the board. The board's going to dispose of them all and transform the Hope into a prison for the rest of us. They're likely on their way to the Hope as we speak. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start reviving a few of them, but no easy way to get them off the Hope. Merciful gibbering law, you're a genius! We bring the Hope to us. Skip the entire ship across the distance of colony space, right next to my lab. Hold on now, hear me out. I haven't taken leave of all my senses. If we link up the Hope to the Unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into the rings of Terra 2.
I've got a healthy disregard for personal safety, but this sounds crazy, even to me.
Your instincts are correct. By any reasonable definition of sanity, this plan is crazy. Isn't it wonderful?
I don't understand a word you said, Doc. All I know is, if we're gonna hijack a colony ship, count me in.
Yes, excellent. I approve of your enthusiasm, young man. You should ask your captain for a raise. You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the Unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Your navigational computer, Ada, should be able to activate the Hope's skip drive. Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have easy access to the frozen colonists. I can start reviving them immediately. Certainly. How can I help? Unlikely. The Hope is as massive as the Groundbreaker, but compared to the rings of Terra 2, positively minuscule. The board might notice, possibly. depending on the position of their heads relative to the depth of their collective posteriors. Skip drives were never designed to be used within a system, but I skipped my ship across Halcyon when I rescued you, and that turned out fine, mostly. That is, I ruined my ship and nearly killed myself in the process, but the maneuver was well within acceptable margins of risk. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. It wouldn't surprise me. When I pulled you out of the Hope, the board nearly intercepted me. I expect they stepped up security since my little act of larceny. I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant thinkers, scientists, engineers, experts in their field. If we work together, we can still find a way to save Halcyon. The board would have us believe Halcyon is beyond saving. I choose to believe otherwise. If there's even the slightest chance we can save Halcyon from oblivion, then we have to take it. Certainly. How can I help? What? Oh, what? That's none of... Do you read? What makes you think you'll get that chance? You'll be long dead before you make it to the nearest star. For better or worse, you're stuck with us here. Do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope?
I've got a...
You'll... What? Of course, mull it over, pace about. Tell me when you're ready. I hope you change your mind about skipping the... What's on your... They might tempt... What's on your mind? What's on your mind?
So we're really gonna do this? I've seen lots of crazy, Captain, but Phineas is in a class of his own. Do you really think he knows what he's doing? Sending us to skip the Hope into Terra 2's orbit right under the board's nose? Okay, just checking. I think this whole plan's insane, but it'll make a good story, you know, if we survive. Speaking of, I get that Phineas thinks he's saving the colony, but what about you? Why risk your neck on this crazy scheme? I'll do anything for a good story, and nothing shines on a pirate's resume like a successful suicide mission. But I asked you first. That thinking's gotten me into all sorts of trouble. Usually not the dying aboard prison kind. Still, all this depends on the other Hope colonists. Are they gonna pull us out of the shit? Or are we all just gonna leave a bigger, uglier stain on this corner of the galaxy? I'd settle for a bottle of whiskey and some lubrinicine, but I've never been much of a self-starter. Well, whenever you're ready to do this, I'm with you. The part with the hope, I mean, not the other thing. Anything else?
Yeah, boss?
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave serial.
Okay. So I was watching this program. You know Princess of Avestan?
Hey, Cap.
Something busted, Cap?
Doctor, you have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
I'm impressed, Captain. I almost expected you wouldn't go through with it. Your signal made it through. We've pinpointed Dr. Wells's orbital lab. Excellent work. Come visit me in Byzantium. We need to have a talk about the future of this colony. Meet me in my office. I've authorized your ship at my personal landing pad.
Adjutant Akande has ended her call. Rather rudely, if I might say, considering she didn't sign off. Will there be... We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Not so fast. All right, you're cleared. The adjutant's expecting you. Go on through.
Yeah, boss?
Something on your mind?
I admit part of me expected you to stand by your old friend. For better or worse, Wells was responsible for putting you back on your feet. That said, he's also a wanted criminal. For information regarding his whereabouts, you are entitled to collect a reward from Percival. We're going to monitor Wells until we're ready to make a move. I asked you here to discuss something far more important. I understand you've infiltrated the Ministry. The things you discovered there must have been shocking, even disturbing. Halcyon is on the verge of a total systems collapse. The truth is ugly and difficult to accept, but we must accept the truth before we can move forward. Malnutrition is already a problem. Disease will come next, followed by starvation, followed by a breakdown of society, followed by extinction. I know this must come as a surprise to you. I imagine you have questions.
So that's your solution? Put the whole colony on ice? People ain't gonna stand for this. We'll fight back. We'll tear down the walls of Byzantium.
No,
Mr. Millstone, you will not. The workers of Halcyon will do exactly as they are told, as they always have. Your dreams of a people's revolution are the juvenile fantasies of a frustrated child.
What's in this for you? There's gotta be an angle. There always is for people like you.
I appreciate your skepticism, Dr. Fenhill, but I'm not doing this for any personal gain. My angle is the preservation of our colony by any means possible. Nothing more, and nothing less. I won't pretend the truth isn't damning. Yes, the colony is on the verge of collapse, but there is a way to save it. I'll answer however I can. When you turned Phineas Wells over to me, I knew I could rely on you. You've demonstrated your ability to place duty above sentiment. And you deliver results. That quality alone is enough to separate you from the board's army of indecisive bureaucrats. I'm glad to hear that. We can still rescue Halcyon, but we can't be bound by red tape and regulations. I can't save this colony alone. I need someone capable of working outside the system. Someone who can get things done. When I first discovered the truth, I was shocked, even disgusted. I wondered how we'd allowed a colony like Halcyon to fall into disarray. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized the colony had sown the seeds of its own destruction. We have become lazy and decadent. We smother ourselves in meaningless bureaucracies. We deliberate and argue and procrastinate. You realize that agreeing with me won't get you any kind of pay raise. Nevertheless, I'm pleased to hear that. We've already crossed the point of no return. The collapse has already begun. You must have noticed the signs in Emerald Vale. Malnutrition, disease, high mortality rates. This is a permanent famine, Captain. We've done all we can to curb their hunger. Very soon, people are going to realize they're starving. A famine is a problem of logistics as well as marketing. Your workers must remain productive on as little food as possible, and they must always believe that food is plentiful. I'm sure you remember Dr. Anton Crane. His research was instrumental in developing a powerful appetite suppressant. The solution is a temporary one. Before long, our workers are going to feel the effects of starvation. The Lifetime Employment Program is our only viable option. The Lifetime Employment Program is not some malevolent strategy of an evil mastermind. There's no dark secret buried in the fine print. The program is logical, it's reasonable, it's merciful, and most importantly, it will work. Byzantium is the beating heart of our colony. And as long as Byzantium survives, Halcyon may one day recover from the collapse. We must protect this city at any cost. Help me execute the Lifetime Employment Program, and you will have earned a place of honor in Byzantium. You will live in comfort and want for nothing. We need to talk about Emerald Vale. You handed Edgewater over to a band of dissidents. I can't have this. Adelaide McDevitt and her people have no place in the Halcyon that is to come. Edgewater needs to go. I want you to wipe the town out. No survivors.
Are you out of your mind? We're not gonna murder a town of innocent people.
You will do exactly as you're told, or I will have you shot for insubordination.
I get that you board types are all about efficiency, but isn't this a bit much?
I'm asking your captain to amputate a rotting limb from the colony. I'd expect you to understand, Dr. Fenhill. Now is not the time for half measures, Captain. I need a decision from you. You replaced a loyal, if hard-headed, town leader with a revolutionary. Adelaide's people have turned Edgewater into a hub of dissidents. These people are dangerous. They're going to become more dangerous after the collapse. We need to put them down. Now. The dissidents currently occupying Edgewater answer to no one. They're an unknown, unpredictable variable, and I can't have that. I'm not asking you to be a murderer. I'm asking you to be a surgeon. Edgewater is a necrotic limb on the body of the colony. It must be severed. Don't fool yourself. The dissidents occupying Edgewater are rebels harboring dangerous and seditious ideas. Left to their own devices, their numbers will grow. Graham Bryant and his merry band of morons caused enough trouble on Monarch. I won't risk the same thing happening in Edgewater. No, allowing thousands of colonists to starve to death because we couldn't make one cold-blooded decision is insane. What I'm suggesting is absolutely logical. Steel your spine, Captain. Do what needs to be done. Edgewater is beyond saving. We're going to have to erase the town, but we're going to do it systematically. You were in the Emerald Vale geothermal plant. Do you remember what you discovered there? I'm going to need you to listen carefully because I'm about to use a lot of big words. At least 2. There was an accident at the Emerald Vale geothermal plant many years ago. Automechanicals turned hostile and slaughtered the plant's workers. Tragic, really. In fact, Spacer's Choice manufactured the incident for an insurance claim. They outfitted their mechanicals with a termination protocol, which is exactly what we need. I'm arranging for a delivery of mechanicals to Edgewater. These mechanicals have been equipped with the same termination protocol, which must be activated from a terminal in the plant. Once the mechanicals are finished cleaning out Edgewater, I'll need you to go in and clean out the mechanicals. Understand? One last thing. Spacer's Choice sent a team of soldiers to investigate your little misadventure in the geothermal plant. Tread lightly. I like you, Captain, but you're not worth that much paperwork. I prefer keeping our relationship strictly off the books. Report back to me when the job's done.
You serious? We need to talk. You're not really thinking of going through with this plan, right? Tell me I'm imagining things. That's Parvati's hometown. You're just gonna wipe it out? Vicar Max lived in Edgewater. We got folk from our own crew that called that place home. Yeah, people had it coming. Mostly, I think. Look, I don't know, all right? Edgewater is a corporate town, not some marauder camp. They're asking you to wipe out their own people. If this is mercy, I'd hate to see your idea of cruelty. You know, just for the record, I hate absolutely everything about this. Sophia, the board, Edgewater, this plan. Everything. But I know you're doing your best. I know you're trying to save as much of the colony as you can.
Something on your...
Here we go!
Hey, boss! Watch this! I didn't sign up for this.
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave serial.
Oh my gosh, Felix, you got to hear this. You know Princess of Hephaestus? That...
Hey, Cap.
Hey, hold on a second. I want a word.
I could probably spend years fixing this.
I find myself some...
Welcome back, Captain. What part of the Where? Edgewater is the sparkling county. The town. Goodbye.
I've kept myself busy in your absence, optimized my formula. I'm now confident I can revive the remaining colonists. All I need now...
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati. You have a message.
No one ever looks quite the same in person as they do in my reports. And my reports... You walked through Edgewater, and all this... The board... I'm not on your ship. This is a transmission?
Adjutant Akonde's call has been terminated. Now arriving at Phineas's top-secret orbital lab.
I've kept myself busy in your... All I need now... Human test subjects. Thank you. You've brought me enough chemicals to get started, at least. I'm just sorry they came at the cost of human lives. Those poor people, they must have died in agony. What exactly was the board trying to accomplish? You say the board's trying to freeze their subjects over and over again without inflicting permanent damage? Well, they're nowhere close to solving that problem. Something about this feels wrong. I don't know why the board would ever conduct such an experiment, unless they're working on some kind of hibernation technology. I'll tell you this much. The board scientists are hopelessly lost. After years of fruitless experimentation, they've made exactly zero progress. Yes, I bet they did. The board scientists are more worried about pleasing their superiors than making real advancements. I know! I've suspected as much. The board... Do you... No.
I don't know much about skip drives, not the physics anyhow. I do know the Hope's real massive. How's our bitty little ship supposed to skip it?
Excellent question, my sharp-witted mechanic. You will use your own ship to power up the Hope's skip drive. Your navigational computer can handle the rest. You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the Unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Your navigational computer, Ada, should be able to activate the Hope's skip drive. Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have easy access to the frozen colonists. I can start reviving them immediately. I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's... The board...
If you don't mind my saying, Captain, Minister Clark is lucky to have you on his side. Welcome back, Captain. Take care. We have arrived at the Hope. I need you to reroute power from our... You'll have to connect me to the Hope's comm system so I can convince her central computer to enable the skip drive. If your calculations are even slightly off, you could crash the entire colony ship into Terra 2. Or the Sun. I must recommend you leave the calculations up to me, Captain. Captain, I hope Dr. Wells has not dragged you into one of his irrational schemes again. My diagnosis of his mental stability is not flattering.
I could probably spend.
We gotta talk. You know, they're gonna make a serial about our adventures one day. I've been trying to think of a good title for this episode. I like the sound of The Skip Job. No, wait, I got it. Hope in Dark Times. Get it? Hope? Like the ship. That's what folks in the business call wordplay. Not bad, huh? I have my moments. I've been thinking about what I'd call our adventure serial. Thrilling Tales of the Unreliable. I'm partial to that last one. Right, I'm overdoing it again. Got it. Sorry, boss. Stealing the hope from the board, skipping it across the whole damn system. Come on, boss. We're not gonna die horribly. It'd kill our ratings. I'm sure you've got plans to make. As for me, I gotta keep practicing my signature dropkick.
Stay safe out there.
Hear about Edgewater? Glad to still have some supporters.
You know, when they posted us here, I told them there wasn't any point. Nobody would be so stupid as to shows how much I know. You've got to explode. All right. You'll want to.
Great work.
Got a promotion. I can feel
וואלה. בוא'נה, אתה חורש את האוטר וולדס הזה כאילו אין מחר. אני מהבוקר לראות אתכם חובר למשחק. קיצור, דדי מחכה שתחזור תעזור לו. כן. מה איתי? אני לא תורם. לא יודע אם אני רוצה לחזור. מתי יוצא הבייז הזה? בייז 2. הפאץ' של הקלאסי. הוא רשם לי פה. אוקיי, שבוע הבא בקיצור. וזה מביא... מה יוצא באקספנשן הזה? יש PvP? אתה רוצה לנסות קצת עם ה-PvP? ניתן לו חודש? שבוע הבא, אבל לא עכשיו. טוב, יאללה. תעדכן אותי. יאללה, ביי. לא, באליינס הוא לא שיחק. אני לא חושב שהוא התקדם באליינס. יאללה, ביי.
Restricting the error. Error. This unit is not experiencing errors. Error. This unit is functioning correctly. There is no need for the intervention of mechanical engineers. Thank you for your cooperation.
Some people...
System work records indicate error. Binary detected. Binary has been deprecated since the invention of Anti-Cleo's patented Tripanary language. Tripanary. More bits for your bits. We appreciate your cooperation.
That's one down.
Stay out of sight. Alert. Processing trespass alert. According to error. This unit is 98.12% certain that you are lying, which is a felony. Processing error. This unit has exceeded its maximum allowable error tolerance. Have a pleasant day.
We're not exploding, so I guess it worked.
A busy worker is a happy worker. Discuss with
Heads up, boss! Ha!
Heads up, jackass!
I'll fix you right up!
halt. Begin.
Watch this!
Greetings, Captain. I am speaking to you through the help. Probably not, but don't let that stop you. My Constellation executables could use some beefing up. Searching. Please stand by. Ah, found one. It will go great, Captain. I am almost 4 Are you sure? That is extremely dangerous. Skipping the Hope will void the warranty on the skip drive. And also potentially kill an entire planet. How is my humor now, Captain? Improved? Jump-starting the skip drive. Destination set to the rings of Terra 2. I wouldn't advise that, Captain.
Worst ways to go out, I suppose. It's nice knowing you, boss.
Well, I literally can't dispute that. Please with the daily ship log note that I defer to the captain against my better judgment. I am programmed not to ignore an order, after all.
ADA, does your captain seriously intend to do a micro-jump in system with engines that haven't been powered in 70 years on a derelict ship?
That is what my captain intends, yes.
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive. The Zero Point Drives Corp and I will not be held responsible for any damage incurred during transport, and this will cause extreme damage.
Yes, I am aware of that.
You should not be doing this. The humans will die. These calculations don't look right. Why is this number negative?
Thank you, Hope. It looks like all systems are go. Captain, I would advise you to hold on to something. Now.
will you...
I've got a...
I don't...
Yes, you'll... What? I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant thinkers. Certain...
Hey, you got a minute? You know, they're gonna make a serial about our... No, wait. Not a huge fan of that one. Oh, you were being serious.
Captain, Felix and the Vicar are... You have a message from...
I'm impressed, Captain. I almost expected you wouldn't go through with it. Your signal made it through. We've pinpointed Dr. Wells's orbital lab. Excellent work. Come visit me in Byzantium. We need to have a talk about the future of this colony. Because I'm not in the business of arresting my... Meet me in my office.
Adjutant... Captain, I hope Dr... We are now in orbit above Byzantium. We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain. Do return in one piece. Captain.
Not so fast. All right, you're clear. The adjutant's expected.
I admit part of... I understand you've infiltrated the Ministry. Halcyon is on the verge of a... I know this...
The powerful make the mistakes, and the powerless are left paying the price, as it has always been. Tell me, Adjutant, have you anything to offer beyond the usual false platitudes?
I'm offering decisive action, Vicar DeSoto. I can no longer depend on lazy, weak-willed bureaucrats to help me rescue Halcyon. I need someone with a backbone, someone like your captain.
Is that why we were suffering plague in Edgewater? Malnutrition? All those folks sick and dying, and you knew why the whole time?
Yes, Miss Holcomb, we knew why. We've known for some time that Edgewater was dying. The colony itself is dying. The suffering you experienced in Edgewater, I won't pretend that... We need to talk. You had...
I cannot condone this plan. Wanton, senseless destruction of life is never the solution.
I don't need you to approve of my plan, Vicar. I need you to get it done.
You're a monster.
Someone has to be. Now is not the time for half measures, Captain. No.
You talk less like a human than mechanicals I've known.
I am responsible for every single human life in this colony. Do you imagine I relish the thought of killing some of them to save the rest? Steel your spine, Captain. Do what needs to be done. Don't make this more difficult than it needs to be, Captain. I rather like you, and I'd hate to have you shot for disobeying a direct order. Not true. You can choose to say, "Yes, ma'am," or "At once, Madam Adjutant," or "As you wish," or even, "I'll take care of it."
I won't. You're better than this, Captain. You have to be. This lady wants to kill my people! And you're just gonna help her?
I'm glad you can keep control over your associates. Edgewater is beyond saving. We're going to have to erase the town, but we're going to do it systematically. I'm arranging one last. Then don't tread lightly. Carve a path through them for all I care. Just take care of it. Report back to me when...
Where are we headed?
I find myself marveling.
A reminder to all crew members, there is only one toilet on the ship. We have arrived at the... I need you to reroute. You'll have to... Broadcasting the location of this lab. I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the... We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Welcome to the official headquarters of the Halcyon Holdings. Adjutant Akande has instructed me to expect someone of your description. You'll want to check in with Mr. Please don't miss your appointment.
Adjutant Akande has instructed me to reward you for information lead. Quite so, sir.
We've reached the Hope, Captain. I'll tether us and initiate boarding protocols.
Something about waking a derelict ship puts me on edge, Captain. Hope you know what you're doing.
You get tired of patrolling, go rough somebody up.
Interest. Error. Error. Hibernation pod access is illegal. Registered. A fine of 10,000 bits will be assessed in your corporation's ledger for failure to follow proper hibernation pod procedures.
Can you hear me, Captain? I have successfully integrated myself into the Hope's comm system. I see you've located the stasis chambers. Which pod were you slumbering in for so long, Captain? The missing one, I take it? That's the Hope's computer up ahead. I'll admit, I am curious to wake him. Captain. I am speaking to you through the Hope's computer system. It's a rather cramped... Probably not, but don't let that stop you. My Constellation executables could use some beefing up. Searching. Please stand by. Ah, found one. It will go great, Captain. I am almost 4.01% certain we will not die. Are you sure? That is extremely dangerous. Skipping the Hope will void the warranty on the skip drive. And also potentially kill an entire planet. How is my humor now, Captain? Improved? Jump-starting the skip drive. Destination set to the rings of Terra.
Oh no. Captain, don't do this. I ain't dying on a fucking ship. I'm gonna die in the dirt like we're meant to.
Doing it. I mean, affirmative. Skipping the Hope in 3, 2, 1.
ADA, does your captain seriously intend to do a micro jump in
That is what...
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive.
Yes.
You should not be doing this.
Thank you, Hope. It looks like all systems are go. Captain... Oh, good. We are still alive and have successfully skipped into Terra 2's orbit. I reported as much to Phineas Wells, but he has not responded. Perhaps you should check in on him.
Ugh. I feel like my stomach's still back where the ship used to be. It was hard drinking them.
I don't recognize you. Don't test me, Runway.
Huh? Hey, you!
Huh?
Here they come!
Ain't happening, Captain.
Sorry, I can't do it!
Will do, Captain.
Captain, Captain, I shall now play the transmission I received from Dr. Wells.
The board is here. They've found me somehow. They're about to blast my door open. I can't stop them from getting me, and there isn't enough time to explain everything. But there's something very important you need to remember. The board, all their lackeys, they're all a bunch of swine. Do you hear me? They're fucking corporate swine. You fucking pigs! I'll take you all out with me! I'll never...
It would seem the recording captured some rather dire events. I presume you'll want to dock at the orbital lab to check on your associate as soon as possible? How can I be of assistance? I'll be... Now arriving at Phineas's top-secret orbital lab. We'll be here, Captain. Or will we?
Hey, boss. I've been thinking. Yeah.
Looking for a friend.
I come!
How about that?
That was fun!
Down they go.
You got nimble fingers, Captain.
A reminder to all crew members. Captain, as it appears we may soon be embarking for a maximum security, I believe the crew would like to speak with you to, as you humans put it.
So, Phineas got himself taken to Tartarus. That's usually a one-way trip.
To extract the scientist, you will need to infiltrate the labyrinth. But that course of action is likely to be quite dangerous, Captain.
It's a torment, Captain. Think on the deepest, darkest pit you can imagine and wrap it up in a storm so nasty it'll peel the skin right off your bones. That's Tartarus. Still, we can't do nothing. It wouldn't be right.
The armed surveillance protocols on a maximum security prison planet are highly sophisticated. As such, escapes are historically quite impossible. I am programmed to warn you whenever you exhibit inclinations toward risky behavior.
Getting in is the simple part. It's getting out again that's the trouble. Trust me, I know.
Let's just do it. Kick down some doors, grab Doc Wells, and cut a path out. We don't need a plan.
If you really mean to do this, you should see to your final affairs and close out any unfinished business. Once you sneak into Tartarus, you may...
It's the craziest plan I've ever heard. And I mean that as a compliment.
You didn't hire me to think. And I ain't about to start now. You're my boss. And I'll walk into fire with you.
I think it's insane. But maybe the colony needs a healthy dose of insanity right about now.
I know it's dangerous. And I won't lie and say I'm not scared out of my wits. But I couldn't live with myself if we didn't do something.
You're asking for more than bravery from us, Captain. But there are worse ways to go than dying for a good cause. I'm in.
Let Sam get the grime out. It's what our units do best.
The entire plan is a terrible idea, but I admire your bravado, Captain, which leads me to illogically believe, against the odds, that you will be successful.
If we don't make it, at least it'll be a great story.
Got my trusty tossball stick, got my ass-kicking boots. I'm ready, boss.
Outstanding.
You can count on us, Captain. We're crew. For real crew. That means we got each other's backs. Right?
Never thought I'd volunteer to break into a prison. Seems like your tendency towards risky behavior is rubbing off on me, Captain.
Command not recognized.
Waiting on your command, Captain. I am pleased to inform you that we have arrived at the labyrinth. Please be advised that electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus make departure impossible. Resident count is as follows: 3,071. Resident deaths. The interior can be chilly. Take a scarf. I would also ask that you leave your captain's ID with me. Understood. If you die or are incarcerated for life, I can generate a new ID for the next captain. Oh, speak of the devil. Captain, I am receiving a transmission from the prison's docking authority.
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security installation. Your presence here is an explicit violation. You are hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crime. Your ship is not permitted to leave until you remit payment for your... Only after your smoking corpse is thrown from an airlock will we lift the lockdown on your spacecraft.
Captain, I would not recommend this course of action.
Huh? Oh, yes, sir. I just couldn't see you clearly before. Screen's on the fritz. Damn thing. But for the record, now that I hear you, I totally recognize you. Totally. You're, Anyway, Tartarus Docking Authority signing up. Hang on. Another ship just pulled into your dock. Wait, is that from the Groundbreaker? What the? Pay no mind to that. Just have a pleasant day.
Transmission terminated. Biometric ID How can I be a...
patented right by a point.
Investigation.
The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I breathe. Push on, Mardats.
Groundbreaker doesn't need
The prison has the bars, but it's got a storm like that guarding the gates.
Getting in's one thing. Let's just hope we're able to get out again. Nice of them to leave us a few options.
Keep your shoulders up.
Beginning crime alert. Error. Employ.
Something.
All right, MSI. I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help. So get in there and fight!
Gotcha.
Are you new here? I didn't think we were high. Oh, that's great. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. right, MSI. I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help. So, get in there and fight!
I'm going. Sure. Gotcha.
Take him down! All right, MSI. I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help. So, get in there and fight!
Their mistake. Hit it with something else.
All right.
All right, MSI. I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help. So, get in there and fight!
I'm going.
Hey! Are you new here?